OWS helps its customers maintain local inventory through duty-free consolidation. As SEZ is an earmarked foreign territory for the purpose of duties and taxes, clients are able to store their goods for any duration of time without having to pay any duties or taxes in India. This helps in better cash flow management as companies are able to procure items in bulk but need to pay duty only on specified quantities needed for immediate consumption or sale.
With facilities in Vizag SEZ on the east coast of India and Mundra SEZ on the west coast of India, OWS helps its clients build duty-free consolidation points within India to act as distribution or rental hubs capable of servicing the entire Indian subcontinent. The SEZ model is also beneficial in cases where a customer wishes to re-export or return the imported items either to the original shipper or a third party. As long as the goods are stored in the SEZ, they can be freely exported to any third country without any impact of local duties or taxes.
Mr. Vineet, please tell us about the services or the helps that OWS offers for new entries in the country.
Okay, see, one of the leading challenges for any new company when it is trying to enter a new territory is a dependable partner when it comes to establishing relationships or even in terms of how do you engage. You need to not just actively market in a new territory, but also deal with the various compliances that comes when you enter a new country. Our entire model is that they can, if there's a producer of goods who wants to sell their goods in India, they can do a duty-free consolidation within our SEZ-based warehouses. Now, what is the key differentiator over here is that even though the goods are physically within the country, the foreign entity continues to hold ownership of the goods because the goods are not yet custom cleared. What this allows the US company to do is it can go to clients and it can say, look, my goods are readily available in the local market. I do not require as large a lead time as, let's say, my competitors who would, if they're going to ship it by sea, would require 6 to 8 weeks, or they would air freight it, which would add to the cost. I have my goods available locally in India and I can drastically reduce my delivery times to you.
Will you please tell us, Mr. Vineet, how does OWS help in improved asset utilization, eliminate demurrage charges, and also help in re-export of extra charges?
Okay, see what happens in the oil and gas industry is, let's say you are a company which is based in the UK or the US. You've been awarded a job to participate in exploratory activities in Indian oil and gas. As the oil and gas exploration business is fairly capital intensive, there are equipment which are moving all over the world from job site to job site. Many times for a single job there is equipment which was flying from 5 different countries. You would only ship it after you got a job, and once the job was over you have to take it back because the government does not want an abuse of the duty-free instrument. So you are required by law that in order to discharge your liability you must export the goods or capital equipment that were brought in duty-free once the job is over. Now what our clients do is they consolidate duty-free within our SEZ. Once they win a job, we ship these goods to the drill site. Once the job is over, they just move back to our SEZ, which is within India. The client is assured that he is not going to incur additional charges in terms of demurrages or detention, which at times can add up to tens of thousands of dollars for a single shipment.
It is generally seen that all these processes take a very long time. How does OWS manage on-time performance?
What we've developed over the years is, and we're very proud of the fact, that any shipment which on an average, if let's say if I have a shipment coming to Mumbai and if XYZ company had to clear the same cargo from Mumbai port, if they were to take on an average, let's say 4 days, including, since the vessel comes to berth, we can probably do it in a single day. That's the amount of difference that we have. Okay. The reasons for that is we do everything internally. So we hardly ever rely on third parties. So that allows us for a complete control on all the moving parts in the system. We've got our own fleet of trucks. We've got our own custom broker's license. Like I said, having your own unit in the SEZ that allows you to directly bring in goods without having to rely on the port or the custom freight station, which again, these are instances where the speed sort of gets lagged when you are relying on external agencies.
Please tell us, how do you help your clients achieve better cash flow management?
Okay, so throughout this conversation, you might have heard me repeat the same thing, that we allow our clients to have a duty-free consolidation point within the country. When it comes to oil and gas, there is an obvious benefit, because without the duty-free consolidation point, they would be forced to not have any local inventory, and therefore they would ship everything from overseas. What this means is, if there were to be an emergency job or an urgent requirement within India, someone, whether it is our client or our client's clients, was having to pay through the nose for air freight. As I mentioned earlier, we ourselves have at times done complete air charters also, because there was an emergency requirement for something which was not available locally. This is not necessarily the most efficient way of doing things, but this is a way of handling an emergency, and there's this typical, it is done as a extreme last resort. There was no other option, so someone had to bear the cost of doing an air freight. However, because now we offer them this duty-free consolidation point within the country, for our oil and gas customers, what it means is that they don't have to worry about having to pay large air freight charges if there is an emergency requirement, because they already have the inventory available locally, so they can have it at site very, very quickly. They don't have to rely on paying very expensive freight forwarding charges. The second aspect of it is for non-oil and gas customers. So we've got non-oil and gas customers also that we are catering to now. And let's say you are dealing in laptops, for example. We don't handle laptops, but just as a example, if you're dealing in laptops, it would be expensive for you to just ship one laptop from, let's say, USA to India every day. What you do is you would ship, let's say, 500 laptops or a container full of laptops to reduce the shipping charges. And let's say if you sell 10 laptops today, you would pay duty only on those 10 laptops, not on the 490 laptops which are still within the SEZ. And if you sell 20 laptops tomorrow, you will pay duty only on those 20 laptops. Now, when you are importing something which has a 30% custom duty, what this essentially means is you've now managed your cash flows so much more better. You've not blocked the entire 30% upfront, waiting to recoup the money you've invested on custom duty. You can instead either use that additional 30% that you've saved to buy more and therefore get a greater buyer's discount, or you can use the same sum to market your material more aggressively and therefore increase your business, or you can use it to add to your bottom line. The savings is yours. We just help you achieve those savings. What you do with those savings is obviously up to you. So that's how we help our clients achieve better cash flow management.
With this, we've come to the end of today's program. We'll be back next week. Till then, goodbye and take care.